So we are Prescott College Performance Laboratory, and we present Guerrilla Script, a Marxist play inspired by Che Guevara's guerrilla warfare. This play is a call to action, but it is also a call to dialogue about generating utopia and envisioning real democracy in a highly polarized world. There's an emphasis and exaggeration of polarization and binary ways of thinking. Each character is an archetype that symbolizes good or evil, much like any hero's myth. As artists, we have no expectations for how the audience reacts. However, our hope is that we recognize the objectification and victimization of heroes and villains alike. We are not binary creatures. We are human beings. We breathe, we sleep, we eat, we get sick, we shit, we reproduce, we feel things. We feel hate, we feel love, we feel outrage, we feel insult, we feel dehumanized. We hurt each other. We all have the capacity to murder. We all have the capacity to hate, to cause injury, to act violently. It all depends on the circumstances that we are subjected to and the position in which we are put. To judge anyone based on anything other than the context and the circumstance is the greatest injustice. Prescott College Performance Lab presents to you, for Intersection, Guerrilla Script. When the forces of oppression come to maintain themselves against established law, peace is considered already broken. Che Guevara.
Thank God you're here. I've seen the forces, the losses of humanity, the endless tales of oppression, greed, and destruction, consuming the minds of men as a eulogy of apathy unfolds. And yet, resistance grows. Branches of solidarity and collaboration seeking to overcome the tyranny, the villain of ages. Can you help us? Can you join our forces? Please.
We are your greatest nightmare, the coup of the century. Your lives belong in the soil. Christ has called on his sons to revive the land, to purify its virus-infested cities of immigrants and criminals.
Your black and brown bodies will be the fertilizer of true civilization.
And your gods will fall, just as you will. Surrender now to your destiny.
You have blinded me, imprisoned my father, and murdered all of my brothers. You uphold no laws. You are godless and you are outnumbered.
Death will come to those who resist us. We will strike down the weak and the weary with no hesitation. You think I give a shit about the mothers, the sons and the daughters? The children are disposable. The women are disposable. It's man the future. It is man's duty to wipe out the filth, revitalize the planet. We will strike down your families, slaughter your children, to paralyze you with terror and hopelessness. Only the fittest will survive this coup, so that your story remains untold, unheard, and forgotten.
We will redeem our struggle with all the power of resistance. You can oppress us for centuries, but our voices will remain in history as voices of truth and humanity. And you are ready to die, to fight injustice. Peace was always a means of control over the inevitable. For we have waited too long for equality. The sins of capitalism and colonialism remain unpunished. So, retrieve the ammunition of those fallen and rise with me to defeat the machine once and for all.
We are the force that will fight the power. In defense of our comrades struck down by our leaders. The men who taught peace were violently slaughtered by the hate that has guided our patriotism. We are teachers. We are readers. We are artists. We are all somebody's child. But we are evicted and impoverished. Burn the American rhetoric of lies down. All these promises of freedom. Only we can free ourselves. With the rise of our numbers comes the strength of our force. Dictators, beware our movement.
Fuck up.
State your name.
Man.
State your crimes.
Bribery, fraud, theft, embezzlement, vandalism, sexual assault, involuntary manslaughter.
How many did you murder?
I don't remember. A couple thousand. I don't remember names though. Don't remember much after Hiroshima.
Would you care to share what you do remember about yourself and where your allegiance lies today?
Well, my dearest patriarchy, how I miss you so fucking much. It feels like that I'm a foreigner in my own home. You have guided me through the education of the school life, which makes you my greatest mentor. The lessons that you have taught me will serve my good success and fortune. And without you, I am trapped in this inescapable hole of humanity, and I am blinded by empathy. And without you, I must not let the temptations of democracy shadow the light. I wish you were here with me now,
So I could just give you all of my money and I would ask for nothing in return, just so you continue to guide civilizations and cultures as you've done so for centuries. You are so mighty and wise above all that you have turned me into the proud martyr that I am today. Your legacy is being challenged by the wills of the fucking weak, and so I will fight for you, and I will never forget the day that I felt a sense of shameness in my whiteness and power. See, but you remind me to look around at all the beauty in life. You were right, patriarchy, when you said it is useless to bitterly reminisce on the past when the future was built for you. I will never stop winning, and no one can strike me down. And I am indefinitely free to you because of you. And so I am in debt to you for eternity. And I love you beyond what words can express. And my love will go for each and every passing century. Your honor.
Would patriarchy care to speak on behalf of the indicted?
Yes, I would care to speak. They call me fucking patriarchy, cause I am a fucking stud with a massive cock. And no, it ain't no gorilla cock. Speaking of gorillas, I myself was hunting this morning and I caught myself a gorilla. Would you look at this? Look at that. Who's this? Does he look human to you? Does my face resemble this face in any way? I didn't fucking think so, you motherfuckers. I'm patriarchy, and I stand with man. This man is innocent and absolved of his crimes against humanity. For the greatest crime is against us. We are mocked and villainized by our youth. They do not understand. You do not understand that our whiteness, our manly figure, is a kiss of gold. Yes, God. He loves you. He loves your whiteness. He loves your cock. He loves your balls. God is a man lover. And that's why he's forgiven you, whatever you do, white man, in exchange for your indentured servitude to man. The invincible species of ultimate power. Innocent until proven guilty.
Well, I regret to inform you all that while there is compelling evidence within these pages I have here, we also caught you on video.
They call me a parasite. A blood-sucking immigrant? Really, I'm the host. I'm the host.
Coexistence. A bumper sticker for yogis on Wall Street. Mutualism. A fantasy. What's in it for me? You give me $50, I'll give you 50 back. Absolutely fucking nothing. That's why we belong in the dirt. We didn't save the world, and we never will. We are destined to perish in the forest, drown in the boiling ocean, starve in the desert, decay in the mountains. Our purpose is death, to rejuvenate the planet. I'd rather slit my wrists than see another man in power. Rather slit my wrists, draw blood. This right here. This man gets it. Knows better than any of us. We are far from immortal. Fatally ill, highly flammable, yes.
Oh.
I wish we were all like bruised and bloody in the wilderness. Only a moment left to survive. That's right. Just curl up and fucking die, just like the rest of us.
You! How dare you laugh? Well, that poor man suffers. You think you're a holy prophet? You're an eco-terrorist, a misanthrope.
You're cute.
You're misguided by the guilt of your ancestors. There is no redemption here. No redemption and no justice. We, the people, the humans, the puppets, we are here to stay. So fuck your easy way out. You're back to the dirt scheme. You've got to pay the price of existing. And when the ground cracks open and the skies rain oil, we will climb to higher ground and build ourselves up. What's so funny? What's so funny?
You have so much fucking hope. So much hope. And for what? What's your fucking hope for? Where do you get it? Where do you get your hope? I'll fucking kill your supplier. Dumbass fucking creature. What even are you? Dr. Human? You're a fucking raccoon puppet! You're neither of those things! You're a liar! A hypocrite! Call me misguided. Call me eco-terrorist. Misanthrope. You know what I think? You know what amazes me? You still have faith in our species. Humans are shit. You're fucking shit. You're all shit. You think you're woke? You think you're worth something? You're fucking nothing. Fucking nothing. We're all gonna die. That's the way it's supposed to be. And as for you,
I'm
I
sorry.
will end
I'm sorry.
this worthless species.
No, please. No, I'm children. Please, no.
I will assist the mother in the destruction of her children. Surrender and breathe in the virus.
Good boy. My dear citizens, quality is measured in power. I am all power. So therefore, I am quality. Those of you who fail to recognize this, you will drown. And I'll see you on the news, laughing while I chew my popcorn and watch my net worth skyrocket. Yes, the ruling class. We will prevail. The rest will be wiped out. Crowd control. You could say. You see this? Do you see this?
What is that?
Exactly. Gorillas are not human. They are walking machine guns. And terrorists are the cancer to civilization. And I am the chemotherapist chosen by God to drown the filth. Yes. Eliminate the weak so that our children and our children's children will be strong and resistant. My people, today we will fight. We will fight the vermin and spare none. And no child left alive.
Kill the children!
All of
Kill the children! Kill them!
Spill the blood of the mothers. Attack the mind and the body of the enemy. Fear. 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 Fear me. Fear your leadership. Fear us. We're gonna fucking get you. We are the power. And you are a body count.
What a shame. After all these years, yet here we are. See, empathy is stronger than hatred, and peace is greater than war. Equality is only possible when we recognize the humanity in each other. Those guns are tools of pain and destruction. The tools that we use are of love and creation. Can't you see enough blood has been shedded? And we are not martyrs. We are here to tell you the truth, that we are human and we hunger for justice. We have no guns, but we have these hands, hands that deliver your food, hands that deliver your fuel, hands that increase your wealth. And when these hands stop, you will lose everything. We demand that you stop killing us. And in return, we will not strike.
Can you believe that? These are the only hands I need to control you docile lambs. You should know that violence is the key to stabilization. And if you think otherwise, what do you think? You think I'm right, right? Yeah. If you think otherwise, then you are not human. A piece of meat, a number in the news. I will fucking rape every one of you. Because I'm the president, bitch. I can do whatever the fuck I want. Get up.
What do you want, Mr. President? What do you need?
Look at me.
What?
I can do whatever I want. It's the fucking 23rd century. Peace. Peace. Sentimental.
With the rise of our numbers comes the strength of our force. Dictators, beware our movement.
Oh. You cannot be fucking serious. Do you see my throne? Do you see how I'm better than you? How you need to fucking drown? Right? Go get him. Go fucking get him. Come on. What are you gonna do about this? Huh? What are you gonna do about this fucking resistance? What do they even want, huh? They want somebody to hold their little fucking hands. We don't have time for this. I mean, I tried that really special for you. Come on, come on, come on. What are you doing? You think you're pretty now, huh? You think you're pretty now? Nice hair you got. Yeah. Yeah?
Get the fuck down. Get the fuck down!
No. No.
I'm done working for you! You hurt me! You slaughtered my brothers! the fuck up! Your time has come! Let's hear what the people have to say!
Yeah, people. Look at me. You still
Should I shoot the president?
shoot the president!
Shoot her!
Fuck up shit.
Wait. Wait. If we shoot the president, does that not make us just like her? Is that what we want to become?
The president has hurt way too many people. It is time.
You hear the people? You hear your people?
You're my people.
That's right.
You're my people.
They were! Not anymore!
No.
It's time to step down.
Please. I can't die today. I can't.
Why? Why can't you die today? Look what you've done!
Maybe I'll be changed tomorrow. Give me a chance.
What difference does it make? Shoot her!
It's time for the president to go.
Army.
Violence is no longer key to stabilization, but key to transformation.
No. You will never win. Oppression cannot be beaten because we are all oppression. And life is suffering. So fuck your revolution. Fuck your pain. It will never happen.
We are the Exodus. We are the deliverance from tyranny as people, as citizens. We are a force dependent on you. Join us. Join us. We need your voice. We need your bodies. We need your commitment. You need to be here to fight extinction, to dismantle imperialism. We cannot do this without you. I just saw the president die today. And I'm not sure if what I just saw really liberated anyone. We were all ready to die for a new reality. Because we can't live for this shit anymore. No more ideals. No more sorry, what if? We need to liberate ourselves by doing. Taking action, forming branches of solidarity. Somebody died here today because peace was never an option. Okay. Awesome. Well, thank you everyone for attending. I am currently looking at our Facebook live feed, and it looks like we have a couple members watching us from Facebook, a couple audience members watching from Facebook. I'd like to give all our Facebook attendees the opportunity to join this Zoom room for a post-performance discussion. If that interests you at all as an audience member and you'd like to ask us some questions, we invite you to go over and check the description of this event on Facebook. You'll find the link to enter this Zoom room that all of the actors are in together right now. There's a little passcode that you can enter, and you can join us in here with your mics and cameras on if you'd like, or you can just come enter something in the chat. And I'd like to perhaps open up the floor to all of my fellow actors, give a couple minutes for some attendees to possibly filter over here. Otherwise, let's open up the floor to the actors, and especially to our playwright, Jaco Schiller.
It looks like there are currently no attendees in the Zoom room, so I am happy to just share a little bit of how this script came to be. It all began in, I think it was September or October of last year, of 2020. Halfway through a mentored study with my instructor, with our instructor, Ruth Pongstafone, who has been a huge inspiration to me, just really getting back into theater and acting in a much more embodied and engaging way as a tool of autoethnographic research is something that we've all worked on together in Performance Lab, which is sort of studying ourselves together through the means of theater and through different practices, specifically the work of Boal, theater of the oppressed, Butoh dance, and lots of other similar framework for embodied reflection. So I was just scratching the surface of that sort of work through blogging and really just fully absorbing the news of 2020 and feeling overloaded, desensitized, polarized. Like I said in the beginning, this script is really just the processing, my processing of polarization and binary ways of thinking, particularly in United States culture, but really throughout the entire world right now. And this question of how do we dismantle authoritarianism? And this is a poignant question wherever you are in the world today. And I think the biggest question that I came across in looking into the history of insurrections and we need to decide, is this going to happen peacefully or not? And are we a Gandhi revolution or a Che revolution? Because you can't be both. We have to figure that out. And this play is supposed to start a dialogue about violence and peace in society. And yeah, really looking at it beyond the binary of the answer and violence is not. There's much more depth than that, I think. And that's what we're exploring together with this script, together in Performance Lab. Really, theater, Boal says that theater is not the revolution itself, but is the rehearsal for the revolution. And I fully believe that to be the case. This is why performing arts and creativity is the first response, should be the first response against fascism, to start a dialogue about what action we take, and to have a space where, a democratic space where people can really share without the confines of language, the language that we use to talk about oppression. Even now, I'm probably saying the wrong words to convey what I really feel about this, which is why theater and music and art is the first defense, I believe. So I think that's all I want to say about it now, but I would love to open it up to my colleagues and researchers, artist researchers, if anyone has anything they'd like to share about just working with the project. Yeah, love to hear from y'all.
Yeah, thank you so
Thanks
much
for that, Jaco. That's
Jaco.
awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thank you so much, Jaco.
If I'm not cutting out too bad, I'll pose a question. Am I all right? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah.
I'll try and make my question quick in case I cut out. So we've been working with this script for a while, and something that I am with now after working with it is, so the Doves mentioned how this has been going on for hundreds of years, and here we are still fighting each other. And I'm curious, actors, how does that feel in your bodies to be, I guess, a blip in the timeline of this authoritarian rule of patriarchy, militarism? We really are just a blip in time. It's not to discredit anything that we can or should do, but what does that feel like moving forward? Just acknowledging that.
Yeah. Thank you for that question, Sivan. Yeah, I've kind of gone through these moments of existential sort of realization or like crisis a little bit of like if I don't know every single law in the United States of America, is it my fault if I break a law that I didn't know? And why would it be that case? Because I never consented to this structure of protection or maintenance, security. I was just born in a specific place at a time in history, and these are the laws that I have to follow, or I could be put to death for some of them. I've been doing some world history in an online course, actually, like Western history, and reading about the first code of law, like recorded, documented. Hammurabi, a king, was the first person to be like, there are specific laws that everyone needs to follow that even I, as the king, cannot change. So, and that was, during times of like ancient Egypt. That was a long, long time ago. So, and the idea that we are simply on a timeline of progress makes me feel like I could have been born at any point in any time, and I still could have been limited by many things. It just would have been a different source or a different interaction with the limitation. And doing things like Guerrilla Script makes me feel connected to the art that has been made throughout all of humanity about the things that limit us or empower us. Being part of something like this is truly an exploration that connects me not just to now, but I think to the past and what I really hope to be the future.
Thank you, Cooper. Remy, it looks like you have a question or something to add. I would love to hear.
Yeah, I wanted to respond to Sivan's question. So as a raccoon, I am small, smaller than humans. But just because I'm small doesn't mean that I can't do great things. We might be small, but we are mighty. And anyone who thinks that something small can't have big impact has never slept with a mosquito in the room. Thank you.
Very well said. Very insightful, Remy. Thank you.
I have a question to pose to the actors, if anyone is open. As far as someone who has been working within and playing with embodiment of a character that is very different from who they are as a person, I'm wondering, how does it feel for you? Are you like your character in ways that have surprised you?
I would love to answer this. I'm sorry. I love this question so much. So I played Man that was in the court, and I was being charged with a good chunk of things. And it was really exciting at first because like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be this man, everything's gonna be great and it's gonna be fun. And then I was like, oh my gosh, this is the exact polar opposite of who I am. And like I've been in the positions of like I've been like I've dealt with stuff like that before, like stuff that I've mentioned in my like as my character. And so playing as like the oppressor as being oppressed was really eye-opening, and almost in a way I felt like sorry for people who like have experienced that, and it made me just I feel really sorry, and there's warmth that genuinely goes out to them who feels like that's the only thing that they can do. And it was really eye-opening. It was really difficult. I had a hard time with this character for like the longest time, and there was times where I was just like I can't do this, and I did it, and I really enjoy this, and I really enjoy playing, I guess, male characters and honing into that more. I struggle with like men in general, and so not being able to play as a man, maybe it's like, oh, it's like changing the way that I think about things in life, and it's really cool and really scary, but it's so worth it.
Yeah, G, after you.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I just wanted to say, I don't know, playing woman in particular was interesting. It was it brought me very much out of my comfort zone, and it was definitely a process of kind of coming to terms with like, okay, I have to embody something that as a trans man I have been avoiding representing through my body for a very long time. So just like having to like kind of find a way to like get into that mindset and like, you know, embody that character caused a little, not like turmoil, but it definitely, there was a lot of conversation that I had to have with myself and just kind of come to terms with like, how I feel about that and myself, but also being mindful of actual women and, you know, their feelings and, you know, their places and experiences in this world, and not wanting to be, you know, super insensitive to that. So there was just, you know, a lot of things to contemplate that came with it, but it was overall a very like eye-opening experience to kind of re kind of start exploring that side of myself, because, you know, I see a little bit of masculine and feminine energy in just about everybody. So
Yeah, Adrian and Gigi, I really identify with a lot of the things that you said as far as the difficulty and like inner turmoil with finding these characters and embodying these characters that are so unlike ourselves. However, I feel like one of my successes as this character, the president, I found a little president right inside of me. Somebody who really wants to slap someone in the face. And part of me really does. And that's really scary to me. Like a lot, this was all inside of me. And as an actor, yeah, and a performer, or just as a person, I think it's important to check yourself on a regular basis and just be like, oh, I am capable. Like what you were saying, we're all capable of murder. We're all capable of hurting people. We're also all capable of empathy. And I really empathized with the president as well, especially in the final lines of we are all oppression and life is suffering. I really took some feelings that I've been feeling today, all day, on this couch. That was like very real, as far as the president is human too, and they're hurting. And yeah, I really identified with that. So great question. Thank you.
Yeah, to follow up with that, this I guess capacity for actors to play and embody roles that are so different from them. You bring up the word empathy. We talk about empathy quite a bit in our rehearsals and in the generation of these performances, wherein we will be embodying and representing something other than ourselves. And I'm curious, what does that say about us as artists and actors and people, that we take the emotional labor that it requires and the time to find that radical empathy for another? How does that affect our community, our relationships, and what does it say about us?
I would love to respond to that. I think just from hearing what people have shared, I'm just like, it's re-validating and re-educating me the importance of theater and democracy, and the importance of, specifically, I mean, democracy wouldn't exist without theater, without the ability to communicate with your body freely. That is what democracy is at its core, I think. But yeah, escaping the polarities and the binaries in society. See, what scares me is how much of myself I see in these patriarchal characters, in the society that I've grown up in, the way I have, you know, sure, I've been in very liberal, progressive places throughout my entire life, but there's no escaping this mentality, this colonial mentality, this capitalist mentality. It's ingrained in our culture. And this is how we overcome it. We have a dialogue. We don't suppress it. We don't ignore it. And we don't objectify and shame others. We feel oppression together. We feel empathy together. And we talk freely and express freely. And that's where theater comes in as activism for me.
Thank you. That really lands. That
What was
theater
the-
is activism, radical empathy is activism.
I forgot what the question was, but I think I answered it.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, so the question just that I posed was, as actors, as performance artists and autoethnographic researchers, we not only explore, but try to take on and embody archetypes of people and things that we personally feel very opposite to. And the question I had posed was, how can that affect our community? How can that skill or that ability or that pursuit change us and our relationships to each other? What does this say about us? What is it, what does that really say about a person who will take that time to explore and really embody another and find it's like a type of bravery to try to recognize yourself in the opposite and the opposite in you that requires a ferociousness, a fearlessness in a way, some kind of bravery, knowing that you are different. Everyone is different from each other, but to accept that, I think for me that is what can really transform people and communities. It can cause a transformation of thinking and expression, like you said, Jaco, gesture and language, democracy and theater. I look to ancient Greece as inspiration for how theater can begin to transform people's thinking and expression by us using our own performance of gesture and language. It can really spark new discussions. Oh, I am going to read a message from one of our actors. May I read this message that just came on through Zoom from this actor? Awesome. So Sivan from our ensemble has been having a little bit of trouble connecting to audio today, so I'm just going to read this. Sivan says, your opposite extreme may be the place from which the cop in your head places you from. I would definitely agree. Even the perception, polices you from, sorry. Okay, I'm going to read it one more time. Your opposite extreme may be the place from which the cop in your head polices you from. Thank you, Sivan. That's very real. Syd.
Yeah, I was thinking about your word choices as far as embodying somebody totally opposite. And that's a very binary way of thinking. And that is a way for the cop in our head to police ourselves I try to believe that the cop in my head tries to protect me, and it makes sense to have like an us and an other just because of, survival. If we were around thousands of years ago and we saw like another person trying to eat our food, like we're not going to like them. Simply put, that was very simple. Anyway, I have found though that beginning with this character and being like, oh my God, this is not me at all. This is them. And then growing with this character, and I'm like, it's scary, it's terrifying, but I am that. There, like I said earlier, there's a little president inside of me. So yeah, what Sivan said is really relatable. So thank you for sharing that, Sivan. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I am going to open up the floor to the actors. Any final comments or questions that you'd like to depart from us with?
I just want to say thank you to everybody who came and hopped on the show for the performance tonight and stayed through to the end. I really appreciate it. I'm sure others do as well. So yeah, thank you guys.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. I'm a first semester student here at Prescott, and I feel like I should be a junior. So being involved with this movie for my first semester is really, really cool. And I wanted to thank you guys for making that space. And you guys rock. And thanks to the audience for watching. It means a lot to us as actors.
I want to say, yeah, just echo gratitude. This play would not exist if it weren't for all of you. Yes, I wrote it, but it's ours. Y'all have made it what it is today. And yeah, I mean, one of the biggest questions that comes out of this piece always, whenever we perform, is what's next? You know, what happens after? And just this sort of, you know, talk about ideals, like we're done fighting for ideals. Let's do it. Let's make it a reality. So with that in mind, I would encourage you all to come on Tuesday to what could be a part 2 to Guerrilla Script, called The Utopian States of America. We have been revising amendments and working on envisioning a utopian reality, and generating that specifically in times of polarization and a lot of turmoil. How can we do that together? So tune in for more on that. And yeah, again, thank you so much to everyone, to the audience, to Ruth for directing us and inspiring us. And thank you to the beautiful, wonderful cast of Thespians. Much love.
Thanks to all. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so much gratitude. All right, awesome. This wraps up the first evening of Intersection Solo Festival. We still have 2 more days of performances. Please join us again tomorrow. We're going to have a couple of performances at around 2 p.m. Arizona time. And again, at 6 o'clock, there will be another performance on Zoom. And then the day after that, on Tuesday, like Jaco said, we have another co-scripted performance by the Performance Lab Mentored Study members. It will be a radio play. So join us, grab your dinner, grab a friend, get comfortable, and please return tomorrow and the next day for more performances. Thank you so much for coming tonight, showing your support. And we will be back tomorrow. Same link, same Facebook event. Have a good night, everyone. Thank you for coming.
Thank you all. Have a great night.
Night, y'all.